What is up, you guys? You're watching Sergio's Secret. Before I get started with today's video, if you guys can please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe button. I post a video daily on the channel, and today we're going to be doing an unpopular opinions, and these videos tend to be really controversial with you guys. A lot of you guys hate them, a lot of you guys love them, a lot of you form a different and strong opinions of me. In my opinions, I don't care what other people do. People can do whatever they want with their lives. At the end of the day, you have one life. But just like how I have, just as you're entitled to your opinions, I definitely am. I just have a platform that I can speak with it, and you guys can agree to disagree or agree to agree. I'm gonna be showing you what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing this beautiful Aritzia bodysuit. It's keeping me snatch, honey, especially so hot out here in Houston. So I definitely want a bodysuit to keep me kind of contoured, to keep me all snatched. I'm not trying to be loose, not trying to have anything jiggle out. And so this body's from Aritzia. I have them in a lot of colors, keep me snatched all year round. I'm wearing my Cartier tank watch, and I just cleaned it today, and it was so dirty. I have like the best cleansers from Target. I think it was like $4. I'll leave it linked down below. And then I'm just wearing my Michael Kors bracelet stack in gold, silver, and rose gold. Yeah, I did want to talk about that, but let's go ahead and get started with these unpopular opinions. And if there's any unpopular opinions that you guys want to share, definitely leave them down below. Or if you agree or disagree, I would also love to hear your opinions down below. So let's go ahead and get started. So my first unpopular opinion is I really don't feel bad, or I don't pity with people that always buy Chanel but yet always complain about the quality. You're buying a Chanel 22, you already know that there's all these quality issues, but yet you buy it, and let's say the C falls out of Chanel and now it's Anel. Like, I don't feel bad for you, you know what I mean? If you buy, some shoes and you saw that they have a lot of issues and then it breaks and then you're upset, I mean, you already knew what you're getting yourself into. So I think at this point, it's pretty much common knowledge that Chanel's quality is not there. Well, at least in my opinion, for the price point. If I'm spending that much money, I might as well spend it at Hermès, Goyard, Mulberry, or other brands like that I feel like are worthy of my money a little bit more, and that will hold up a little bit better. So therefore, like I said, it's common knowledge. All your mega luxury YouTubers know about this, even your smaller YouTubers, your TikTokers, your bigger bloggers. We all know that Chanel's quality is not the same, and it's not there. But I really stopped feeling pity, and I really stopped feeling bad for people who say, my bag chipped, this happened, that happened, whatever, with jewelry, stones falling out of earrings. At this point, I really stopped feeling pity for a lot of people. You kind of get what you deserve at this point. Not saying that, that you deserve it in a malicious way. It's like you already know what you're getting yourself into, and so you kind of deserve what's coming to you. It's kind of like that one ex where you always kind of want to be with him, but he's not good, but yeah, you go back out and you get the same result. You know what I mean? You're gonna keep getting the same results, and so therefore, I don't really feel bad for you. I don't care that your Chanel 22 has issues. I don't care that your Chanel 19 ripped. Not my problem, not my issues. And I really stopped watching all those videos about quality control videos. I already know about that. I don't have to know it, and I don't really buy from Chanel like that. And so I really could care less. Number two unpopular opinion is, we're gonna use Chanel as an example. I don't have anything bad about Chanel. I'm just using them as a prime example. So if you say, oh, I'm not gonna buy Chanel, I don't like Chanel, so therefore, then why are you gonna buy, then I'm gonna buy vintage Chanel. For me, I think a company is a representation of their past, their current, and their future. So let's say Chanel handbag used to be really well made, let's say a decade ago, but their current bag does not align to what was in the past. So therefore, for me, I'm not gonna be purchasing older Chanel just because the new one is bad quality. If it's bad quality now, I don't even want to represent that brand to begin with. I don't care if they were plated in 14 karat gold. I don't care if it came from Jesus Christ himself, La Rosa, if it was a Rosa from Rosa Guadalupe and it was a beautiful white rose that had a CC on it. I don't want it. If the brand is not quality, if the brand is not giving what it's supposed to give, then I'm not gonna rock that brand that was from the past. You know what I mean? Even though if it was great quality, that was the end of the era. I don't want it. And so people always ask me, well, are you gonna buy vintage Chanel? Are you gonna buy so-and-so Chanel? Honestly, the few pieces that I have, I love because I bought those in the past. I created memories with them. Some of them have sentimental attachments with them, so I'm gonna have them. But I'm not gonna buy anything vintage Chanel just because I just don't feel like, I don't wanna represent a brand that I don't feel, especially spending my money on, that I you know, especially spending my money, hard-earned money on this economy, something that I feel like the brand doesn't value them. I don't have to give them the free advertisement when I can wear other brands that deliver on quality, that, you know, care about me, care about customers, and, you know, all that good stuff. If they're not good currently, then I'm not gonna rock their past or their future in the current moment. Number 3 is gonna be a very unpopular opinion, but I agree. A lot of people love to compare Skims and Savage X Fenty by Rihanna. Unpopular opinion, I feel like people just worship Rihanna a little bit too much, or a lot of celebrities. I don't mind Kim Kardashian, I don't mind Rihanna, I don't really care about celebrities a whole lot. I feel like they're just people like the rest of us. There's some people that I would fangirl over. If I met Kendra Scott, girl, let me meet you. If I met Tory Burch again, let me meet you. If I met Marc Jacobs, like those are people that I would fangirl over, not over like traditional celebrities. But back to what I was referencing. I think Skims is a great company, and they capitalized on a moment, and then since they capitalized on that moment, they were able to make a whole brand of it. So, you know, Kim Kardashian can step out of Skims, and I feel like the brand will continue to thrive. And same for Savage X Fenty. Skims did what Spanx and what all these other lingerie, Victoria's Secret, all these other brands should have done. First of all, Skims came in at a really nice time when Victoria's Secret was declining. Right now we have that documentary out on Hulu, Victoria's Secret, you know, Angels, whatever. I saw it was really good, and you saw all of that. And you know, Spanx, I feel like within the last few years, you know, I feel like now they've gotten a lot better, but I feel like it's for a certain demographic, and I feel like Skims kind of cater to a little bit of everybody, and a lot of different. He's a very inclusive brand, and so they definitely capitalize on that. Well, I say that Skims is 100% quality, or that you can get better things out there. I think certain items you can definitely get somewhere else. You can definitely dupe a lot of the items that's even better quality. I think some stuff are nice and exclusive to the brand, but I feel like a lot of people do not give credit to Skims to where it was. I think Skims is a really great company. A lot of people love it. I'm not in love with really a lot of items. I have a few items. I like them. I think they're decent. But they really capitalized on what other brands should have done, or they capitalized on things that women really needed, especially in this kind of 2020s era. Fenty X Savage, I just don't really care for Fenty X Savage. I think it's really a scam. Well, that goes with like Lizzo's line, Liddy or Little, whatever it's called, Fabletics, Savage X Fenty, all those brands that you have to buy into a membership for to buy their clothes at a discounted price, or the price that it's supposed to be sold at. I don't play those games. I used to have a Savage X Fenty. I feel like I got scammed. I will not be giving Savage X Fenty any of my coins. Maybe Fenty Beauty, yes, but Savage X Fenty definitely will not be giving them any of my coins. I just don't like that model. I don't really like that Beatty model that they do. It's kind of like, it gives me very much like gym membership vibes, where like it's so hard to cancel your membership. I was on the phone with them for like literally 20 minutes complaining on how I want to cancel my membership. They kept throwing me offers and offers and offers not to delete my membership. It gives me very much scammy vibes. And unpopular opinion, I don't think that Savage X Fenty is really that great quality. I don't think it's really that hyped up. I feel like people just hype it just because it's Rihanna, and if it wasn't Rihanna, people really wouldn't care as much about it. So that's my opinion. Number 4 is outlet bags in this modern era are actually made pretty well, if not very comparable to full price styles. I feel like the only difference within full price and off price styles, so we're talking about maybe Coach, Michael Kors, Tory Burch, it's just the design elements. A lot of the design elements, for example, at Tory Burch, you won't necessarily see at the outlet versus full price. They're just more basic, they're more simple, they're more, you know, there's not a lot going on. It's not giving, you know, like, it's not going to be bags you're going to see from the fashion show. It's not going to be bags that you'll see at Nordstrom, you know what I mean? They're bags that are a little bit more simpler, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of people that tend to shop the outlets are more like simple people. They're more people that live in the suburb. Like, I'm thinking about like my mom, my tias, mi tios, my brother. They're more people like, you know, that, you know, they don't care as long as it's good quality, it's there, and they're getting a bargain, then that's all that matters, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And so therefore, I just feel like they're a little bit more basic in designs because they're designed for those people. Like my mom, she's not really into super design. She's not into, you know, super everything has to be current, everything has to be in, versus somebody like me who that stuff does matter to me as a human. I don't think they're that bad at all. I think the quality has definitely gone a lot better within the last few years. The difference you're paying within off price and full price is just the design element. but that's about it. But you're still getting everything that it would come in the full price boutique, maybe like not a dust bag or things like that, but for the most part it's pretty much pretty similar quality. I would say 90 to 95% there. And so if you do buy an outlet bag, it's not the end of the world. I know people have been saying a lot of bad things about outlet bags. I may have been a little bit more critical in the past, but I would say like a brand like Coach has really stepped up their outlet game. Kate Spade has stepped up their outlet game. Michael Kors, Tory Burch, they all stepped up their games where a lot of the designs look very, you know, relevant. They look like something that, you know, is very interesting, but they still have, maybe they're a little bit more on the simple designs, but they're still really nice, beautiful, high quality, and well made as their full price counterparts. So nothing wrong with that, and they have been popping. And some of the outlet bags have been a little bit better than the full price bags, but it's a whole other video. Number 5, I feel like Fenty was very mid. It was very much giving, and you know, I always keep it real, so give this video a thumbs up because, you know, your Theo Sergio always keeps it real. I don't sugarcoat it. I say how things are. I'm very unapologetically myself. I feel like Fendi, I love both brands. I think they're both very respectable. I really like them, but it was giving much H&M collaboration vibes. As far as the quality or the price point, I'm talking about the whole structure of the collection. So let's say a decade ago in 2010, there was a Versace X H&M. I exactly remember where I was. I was in Mexicali, Mexico in November when this collection came out, driving to buy this collection in Los Angeles, okay? I vividly remember this collection. Therefore, you know, that was a whole moment. They had a whole fashion show in New York. It was everything. People were wearing the collaboration. Kanye West wore the bomber jacket to the Victoria's Secret fashion show that year. And so it was very much a memorabilia from that era. And so yes, the price points were a lot lower to kind of reach a different target audience, and it was really great for both businesses. And that's what's pretty much giving me during this Fendi and Versace collaboration. It's pretty much capturing a moment, and there's nothing wrong with buying moment pieces, but it's giving pretty much like, it's pretty much from that era. You know, when this collection first came out, French Montana, everybody was wearing this collection. I was in Miami and I believe this collection was out and people were wearing it and everything, the safety pins, you know, serving up the looks, everybody looks sickening. But now if you go to either or store, none of the collections are there. This was like a month ago. And so it's kind of like been there, done that. And so therefore it was pretty much giving very much H&M x Versace, where it's just a whole moment item, and then after that moment ends, it's kind of like been there, done that, move on to the next thing. And I feel like that's with a lot of collaborations. So obviously every collection has its, you know, key pieces that will live on. Like I think a lot of the, like I think of the baguettes with Fendi and Versace, the peekaboos, the sunshine totes, I think those will live on, and those are still really nice and really good to wear. But as far as the other pieces, they're kind of been there, done that. Like, you know, I moved on to the next thing. And so that's my thought point when I purchased this, when I thought about this collection, when I got presented from essays from Versace and Fendi, which I have both of. I just didn't end up buying anything because I just felt like it was pretty much giving me H&M x Versace pretty much from a certain era. But once that moment was gone, I really wasn't gonna reach for the item, or I really wasn't gonna fall in love with the item. And so that's why I ended up staying away from this collection. And that pretty much goes for like a lot of these collections, like Fendi x Skims and all these other brands. There's nothing wrong with the collaborations at all themselves. I'm talking about as a society, we move things very, very fast. And so right now, if you were to see somebody wear a Fendi x, you know, Skims, you know, bodysuit, it's kind of like, been there, done that, it's already at that Woodbury Commons outlet and whatever. This is just my thought process. And so, you know, if you love your item and you wear it and you cherish it, that's on you, babes. Like, I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm not nobody to judge, but that's just how I see it when I'm thinking about spending my hard-earned money on something. Number 6 is, I think that Gianvito Rossi is a very much underrated designer shoe brand, or a designer brand in general. Gianvito Rossi is just with Jimmy Choo. I think that Gianvito Rossi shoes are very fashion forward. I feel like they have to have their logo thrown on everything. The quality and the design speak for itself. I love Gianvito Rossi. Sergio's Secret love Gianvito Rossi. I only have 2 pairs of his shoes, but I love them and I wear them all the freaking time. And I want to say Gianvito Rossi is so underrated. I think that they deserve to be one of the creme de la creme shoe brands. I think that they are more comfortable than your favorite designer shoe brands. I love Gianvito Rossi. Gianvito Rossi is so underrated, and if you're thinking about getting Gianvito Rossi shoes, you will not regret them. And I would pick a Gianvito Rossi shoe over a Christian Louboutin all day, every day. Number 7 is gonna be Mulberry. I think sometimes they serve a little bit of boring, a little bit, you know, past elements, but they don't get the flowers that they deserve. I still love Mulberry. Mulberry is such a classic designer luxury brand that I don't see pushed out a whole lot. And I will say it again, and I will always say it, Mulberry does not get the flowers that they deserve. I want to add a Mulberry bag into my collection. I love Mulberry so much as a brand, and I feel like it just doesn't get the flowers that it deserves, and it's really better quality than a lot of your favorite brands. So therefore, Mulberry, if you're watching this, I love you just as much as I love Gianvito Rossi. Number 8 is, I think the new creative director of Celine is doing a way better job than Phoebe Philo. And I know that the new creative director, you know, he has a lot to thank for Phoebe Philo to making Celine to what it is now. He took over it, and now it's, you know, it's into this really big brand that a lot of people are more loving it. I think Phoebe Philo walked so the new creative director can run. And so therefore, I love new Celine. And people always say, well, Phoebe Philo, like, we love that era of Celine or whatever, but Cell said otherwise. If you really love Phoebe Philo, y'all would be running around and buying her new collections. Y'all be buying her ready-to-wear, her shoes, everything. Towards the end, I feel like a lot of people were just kind of like, you know, it's there, it's nice, it's, you know, it's there. Aside from the handbags, it was there. But now there's new Celine and this new era. I see a lot more people wearing Celine ready-to-wear shoes, more of the eyewear, handbags, caps, belts, everything. And I think they're capitalizing this on a whole lot. Here in Houston, they actually put Celine in Saks Fifth Avenue now. So now there's a handbag at Saks, and there's a ready-to-wear department on the second level. And there's a Celine boutique here. And I believe Neiman Marcus still has their Celine. I'm not really too sure if they took Neiman Marcus Celine out to put it at Saks, or both stores just happen to have it now. But I will say I am loving this new era of Celine versus the Phoebe Philo era. Sorry, not sorry. I know a lot of people love Phoebe Philo. I like her a lot, but the new creative director of Celine, I think, is doing a lot better on the brand, on capitalizing it, especially in this new social media age. And I have a few of the pieces, and I love them. So sorry, not sorry. Number 9 is gonna be another unpopular opinion. I don't think that there's a problem with people that buy sneakers, Hermès, Chanel, Balenciaga, whatever brands, and with the sole intention of just flipping them for profit. We are living in tough times, my friends. We're living in tough economy. You know, everything is not doing as well as you would think. And so therefore, I really don't mind if people buy out a certain item. You know, I think, in my opinion, it doesn't really have to do a lot with the resellers. It has a lot to do with the brands. If you see all these sneaker brands, right? And you see so let's use sneakers as an example. You see, you know, all these people, when there's a new sneaker, they have like all of them, right? They have them in every size available and ready to flip them to StockX, ready to flip them themselves, ready to do whatever they need to get done in order to make, you know, a profit on whatever. I think that has more to do with Nike, and a lot of these brands make these items very limited on purpose in order to create hype about the item. And these brands cannot care less if you go out and buy it pre-loved, or like buying it, you know, pre-loved. Cannot care less if you buy it from a resale website, because at the end of the day, you're still repping the brand. When you pay over retail for a Chanel bag, when you pay over retail for a Nike shoe, they really don't care, because if you're already paying such a high premium, 9 times out of 10 you are mostly like an affluent customer. You have a little bit of coins to spend, and so therefore you're going to carry the brand pretty well. You're going to represent the brand well, and it's free advertising with them. At the end of the day, when you wear Chanel, you're repping Chanel. You're doing their free advertising. Whenever you wear Nike, you're doing their advertising for them. And especially if you pay a premium, obviously you're going to want to wear it up. You're going to want to dress it up. You're going to want to, you know, carry it a little bit more with pride, a little bit more carefully. So it's going to be seen in a better image. And I think these brands are to blame for these fabricated quantities that they make, and for all these like resellers and stuff. I think if brands don't really care about resellers, they really don't care about that, because at the end of the day, it just creates more hype about the brand. And so, you know, I can't hate the brands because they know exactly what they're doing. I can't necessarily hate the people that buy them, because at the end of the day, you're buying them. And I can't necessarily be mad at the resellers, because if there's a demand, why not do it? These times are a little bit tough. The hustle is real, and I really can't be mad at it. And I think it's a win-win, especially for the brands. The brands are the ones that at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones laughing to the bank. They're going to be the ones that are going to be more happy, because at the end of the day, they got their fair cut. the reseller got their fair cut, and at the end of the day, the person who bought it for 2 times the price got the item at the end of the day. So I really can't be mad at these middlemen or the brand or the person. It's a whole little cycle, but unless one pulls out, there's always going to be a demand, and there's always going to be a circle for these items. So sorry, not sorry you couldn't get your new Nike shoes or your new Jordans. I don't even think Jordans or Nikes are still a thing. I don't really know. Yeezys, I'm not into shoes like that. But sorry, not sorry you paid over $10,000 for a Birkin over retail. You still bought it anyway, and I'm pretty sure you're happy and content having it. So you can't be mad at you. You can only be mad at yourself. Number 10 is, I believe that Hermès shoes, as far as price point, I think are perfect. I think that Hermès shoes are well made, well priced versus some of these other brands. You know, Valentino shoes, Chanel shoes are more expensive than Hermès shoes. I think Hermès can definitely go up like 40% in their shoes. They can make the Orons $1,200 and people will still buy them. Let's just be completely honest. There are very few brands that can do that, but they could do that. Overnight, if they decided to raise their Oron sandals to $200 up, people would still go out and buy them in every single size, color, and variation, and people will still do it, trust me. But I think that Hermès shoes are priced really, really well compared to a lot of their designer counterparts, and I think they kind of do it on purpose to kind of introduce the customer into the brand, and I can't really be mad. You know, what an Oron sandal would cost me in Hermès is like literally 2 sandals from Chanel, you know what I mean? Or like, you know, or very, very similar to double. Number 11, most brands that care about sustainability don't really care about sustainability. I think it's all kind of greenwashing to kind of make a whole kind of, you know, to make you feel better about buying the brand. I'm not gonna go too much about this because people talk about this all the time, but people that preach the most do the least. People that preach the most, especially about sustainability, do the least for the most part. So don't believe everything you see and always do your research on stuff, but greenwashing is real. There are real issues on the earth, and greenwashing is definitely one of them to make you think you're doing something good, but in reality, it's pretty much the same thing. So just keep that in mind. Number 12 is, I feel like Tory Burch got a little expensive. So Tory Burch recently had a price decrease on all the Miller sandals across the board. So Cloud Millers used to be $238, now they're $198. The Classic Millers went to $228, now they're back to $198. Allegedly, my conspiracy, allegedly, the handbags are going to be having a price decrease, and so therefore, I was at the Tory Burch boutique this weekend, and it was literally dead crickets. There was more employees than customers in the store. I think maybe there was 2-3 people in the store, and I was included as one of them. I think Tory Burch got a little too expensive, and even other contemporary brands like Coach, Kate Spade, Michael Kors, those stores were packed. I was in the Michael store and I was surprised there was actually quite a bit of people. Out the Coach store, quite a bit of people, and I just think Miss Tory got a little too expensive for their customer. I know these brands have to raise their prices just as long as, you know, every other brand, but you're dominated. I feel like when Longchamp and Marc Jacobs and all these brands haven't really had a major price increases or very slight price increases, it makes it more hard to justify, let's say, a Tory Burch bag, because you can go to Marc Jacobs, like, you know, a Marc Jacobs, the tote bag in leather is $375 versus in, let's say, the regular size, versus in Tory Burch that would at least cost you about $500. So, you know, I would say that Tory Burch got a little too expensive. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. I think they're still top tier, but I would say a lot of their items got really expensive, and also I haven't been too crazy about a lot of Tory Burch items recently. I know it's such a very unpopular opinion. I love Tory Burch, you guys know I'm a big fan of Tory Burch, but I feel like a lot of their items got a little too expensive, and a lot of their items haven't been gravitating. They're definitely not my style, as I used to love them, you know, prior seasons. So we'll see if they'll change around or what they'll do differently. But I don't know, I feel like after my Lee Roswell, I feel like I won't be purchasing anything from Tory for a while, just because I don't see anything that gives me that wow factor, unlike Michael Kors, Coach, and other brands that when I see them, oh my god, I love this Michael Kors Bradshaw, oh my god, I love this Madison pillow from Coach. You know what I mean? They're giving me more than what Tory Burch you know, is not giving me at all. You know what I mean? So, unpopular opinion, I feel like I got too expensive, and I haven't been too crazy about the designs. Number 13, I think that the Travis Scott and Dior collection mid. I don't really care for Travis Scott. I actually like Dior. I mean, it's kind of growing back on me a little bit, but I feel like this goes to show that regardless of what happened in Houston last year, it goes to show that collabs are the future in fashion, and so you're going to be seeing a lot more collabs, and you're going to be seeing even influencers, and you're going to be seeing a lot more, you know, people or more niche groups collaborate with a lot of these mega billion-dollar brands, because that's the future of fashion. Things go so fast nowadays, and so that's going to be the future of fashion. So be prepared to see a little bit more collabs of that. If you can bounce back from a tragedy like that, like Astroworld, then you can bounce back from pretty much anything. So I was really shocked that this collection actually launched and came out. It kind of made me give, you know, the brands a side eye. It kind of made me not put a bad taste in my mouth, but at the end of the day, people still wearing. There's a demand, then and people are willing to pay for it, then I guess so be it, but you won't be getting my coins. But it goes to show that collaborations are going to be the future of fashion, just because everything's been there, done that. You have to keep your brand relevant and up there, and you're going to be seeing a lot more collaborations in the near future. And number 14 is, I think that what comes around goes around is a complete scam through Dillard's. I feel so bad for anybody who buys what comes around goes around through Dillard's. The prices are outrageous, disgusting, expensive, and I think they capitalize on people, maybe older people that have maybe a Dillard's card, or maybe don't live near designer boutiques, and you know, they think they're getting a good deal or whatever, but in reality they're paying way too much overpriced for a lot of these items. And I definitely feel bad, and I feel like there's to be some sort of regulation when it comes. What comes around goes around. I wouldn't say like 95% out of the 95% of the items that they sell, I think is super expensive, super overpriced, and I feel like they're capitalizing on the people that don't have designer stores next to them. So let's say like in Odessa Dillard's, or maybe a Dillard's in you know, in the middle of nowhere, you know, I think they capitalize on that, or like in Waco, Texas. And so I feel kind of bad for the people that buy them, but honestly they probably don't know better. And so yeah, what comes and goes around is definitely expensive, and definitely you should be a Fashion File girl or some of these other better resale websites when it comes to handbags. But I do think that what comes and goes around is a little bit of a scam, allegedly my conspiracy. And these are 14 of my unpopular opinions, guys. I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you guys think? Because I feel like all these were pretty great unpopular opinions, but I want to hear yours down below. And let's keep the conversation down below, and let's keep on talking in the comment section down below, amigas. Thank you so much for watching este video, y los miro hasta la próxima. Ciao.